Hi everyone. Okay, so I'm back for part 2 of the image transfer to wood. So we're gonna get this effect now. So if you watched part 1, we have achieved this part of the effect. What I need now is some water and a texture sponge. This is a texture sponge. You may recognize it as the top of a Ranger Rub It Scrub It pad for cleaning your stamps. If you go to certain car garages, you can use these for washing your car because it's a non-abrasive, but it does have a bit of scrub to it. And also for polishing and blending, burnishing it off gilding flakes, all the same thing. Okay, so this is bigger than my piece, so what I'm going to do is just trim it down with a pair of scissors. I am not tearing it. Easy to trim down, just go against the wood. Okay, now this is where it gets messy. I'm going to start in the middle because if any bits are going to rip, if you start from the edge, it's more likely to be the edge. So if you start from the middle and work your way out, you're less likely to get rips. So this is just plain water, and I'm going to give it a good spray. I'm going to help the water get in a bit, and you can see instantly the water's coming through. So I want to leave that for a second. And this is a really dirty process, so just want to make sure that your work area is clean. Okay, you can see that's pretty much soaked through apart from there, so what I'm going to do now is rub. And you can see it's coming off. Now this bit isn't quite wet, and I can see there that it's, I'm going to turn this light on because it keeps going blue. I can see there that it's not wet, so I'm not going to rub that anymore. I'm going to add a bit more water just there and let that soak in. And then, as you can see, I'm always working from the middle to the edge. And you can see the images coming through. I think this one turned out better than the other one. Touch wood. Shouldn't speak before I've finished it, really, should I? All this paper waste just goes in your bin. It can go in your recycle because it's not got any gel medium or anything on it. That is just paper and water. Okay. If when you're rubbing away, if you put too much water on and your actual image starts to move and slip like it's going to come off the whole thing, just stop and let it dry thoroughly overnight, and then start again the next day and just use less water. All it means is that you've dislodged the gel a bit, but once it dries out, it'll be fine. When I show you the transfer onto glass, it'll become more apparent what I'm talking about. depending on which order you watch the videos, obviously. Okay, so I've got most of it off. As you can see now, it's just fluffy bits. And that one has come out spectacular. So now I'm going to take my texture sponge and I'm going to give it a rub. And as you can see, it's all coming off in tiny fluffy bits. Well, focus is too small. It is tiny fluffy bits. See if I can get a bit closer. There you see. Still lots of paper on. And this is the bit that a lot of people mistake, because there's still lots of paper to get off there, but you can't get it off with your fingers. You just can't physically do it because it's too small, and then they wonder why the image transfer doesn't look the same as, for example, mine. And that's basically it. Just not rubbed enough paper off. I'm not being soft, or I'm not being really, really hard with this. And this is pretty much dry now, but you can see here it's all nice and all here is fluffy. So I've burnished this bit and I've not got that bit yet. So I'll probably fast forward this next bit because this bit does take a little while. Okay, so here's the two, and as you can see, this one, all the fuzzies have gone off, and I've dragged my nail down the edge to get the excess gel medium off that was on the edge. And as you can see on this one, that the colours are much more vibrant than this one. That's because this one has got a coat of gel medium over the top. Just a quick coat to seal it. So what you want is a brush, and then you want a any medium at all, which I haven't got one to hand. Hang on. There we go. Cheap and cheerful is perfectly fine. I'm just going to use the Eco Green one as a sealer. So give it a shake. I don't use this Eco Green one for image transfers, and I do not recommend it for image transfers. I use this one mainly as a glue, but as a sealer it's fine. So I'm just going to put a blob in. Try not to get it on my shirt because I've got a nice shirt on today. No, I didn't. Oh, okay. And then just brush it around. Use the tiniest blob for this bit. And in fact, as you can see on my brush, I put too much on. Obviously, if you want it a shiny finish, you'd put a shiny medium on it, but I've just put a matte one on it. I'm brushing water. Okay, that won't take long to dry. Won't take long at all. Oh, got blob in it, that's not good. And there you have it. So that's your basic wood image transfer, and it does work on other surfaces as well, but you'll need to watch my video on how to transfer onto glass if you want to learn how to transfer onto glass and metal and ceramic and basically slick surfaces, because there is a different, it is the same way of doing it, but there's other tips that I've got to give you. Okay, thanks for watching.